We ain't seen Martin Bakole back in the ring since he absolutely demolished Gerard Baby Anderson. Do you know what I mean? That was like a crazy, crazy, crazy fight. Martin Bakole truly announced himself in the world stage. You know what I mean? No one was expecting that level of performance from Bakole. Well, that's from the people that don't actually know Bakole or who haven't watched his previous fights. But as for those of us who've been following Bakole for a while, we already knew what Bakole was all about. We already knew what type of smoke, what type of time Bakole was on. Do you know what I mean? Bakole's always been a solid fighter, but he's just never had the opportunities. But I just want to talk on the fact that apparently there's this rumored Riyadh card on the 22nd of February 2025, and my boy Martin Bakole won't be involved in it. Do you know what I mean? And that really annoys me. That really annoys me. Zhilei, Zhang, Kabayel is on there. Dimitri Bivol, Beterbiev, they're on there. Do you know what I mean? Joseph Parker, Daniel Dubois, they're rumored to be on that great card that's going to take place next year. And I'm pissed. Do you know what I mean? Because Martin Bakole, listen, man, he deserves an opportunity at the big time. Do you know what I mean? He's proven himself. But he's so avoided. Like, he's like the bogeyman of the heavyweight division right now, Martin Bakole. Everybody's running away from him. All these so-called tough guys, do you know what I mean? Zhilei, Zhang, the Big Bang, you know what I mean? They're all scared of Martin Bakole. They don't want that smoke. You know, Martin Bakole was what? Rumored to be fight. He was not rumored. He was meant to fight Agit Kabayel. Do you know what I mean? It's like the fight was signed off or whatever, but apparently there was some issues when it came to the negotiation, the purse or whatever. Now they're saying that Martin Bakole, he wanted too much money. Apparently wanted 2.5 million instead of 1 million. Like whatever it was, like, I don't care. Like, pay the guy the money. He deserves the money. Do you know what I mean? But you know what? I don't even think any of this is about money. I heard Zhilei Zhang early on in the year talking about, yeah, he'll fight Martin Bakole. Zhilei Zhang's gone he's quiet about that. Do you know what I mean? Ever since he said that, he ain't mentioned Bakole's name ever again. Like, listen, the truth is, these guys don't want no smoke with Martin Bakole. Do you know what I mean? They know if they get in a ring with the Congolese giant, the powerhouse from the Congo, the DRC, they know they're gonna get smoked. They know it. Do you know what I mean? Don't forget, man. Martin Bakole, he sparred a lot of these guys in the top 10 of the heavyweight division, like whether it's Alexander Usyk, Daniel Dubois, Anthony Joshua, Tyson Fury. He's been around, man. He's been around the block. He's been sparring these guys. Like, and a lot of the time, we've heard from rumors, you know what I mean? Like in boxing circuits and that, do you know what I mean? We've heard that Martin Bakole smoked these guys during sparring. Do you know what I mean? He gave them a tough time. Even Alexander Usyk, apparently Martin Bakole put hands on the boy. You know what I mean? Alexander Usyk is like, nah. I don't want no smoke from this guy. Do you know what I mean? Because they never call Martin Bakole back. Like after he sparred them, they never say to him, yo, come back and all that. Nah. They want him as far away from the gym as possible. Do you know what I mean? And I know a lot of you might say, yo, Enzo, but it's only sparring, isn't it? Like you can't take sparring seriously. Like a lot of these fighters, they sparred each other in the past, and then we've seen them meet each other. And the guy that lost in sparring beats the guy up in real, in a real fight. Yeah, I get that, and I understand you, and that's a valid point. I don't disagree with that, but there's a reason why these guys are afraid of Martin Bakole. Do you know what I mean? There's a reason. There's a reason for it, and it's not just like when people say on a commercial thing when they're saying like Martin Bakole commercially is not really bringing too much revenue to the fight. I kind of understand that as well, and I slightly agree with you as well. But come on, listen. If you're a so-called top fighter, they're big boys and that, like Kabayel, Zhilei Zhang, may fight Martin Bakole so that you can get to the big money. Do you know what I mean? Why not fight Martin Bakole? But they're scared, innit? These guys are scared. They're running away. They don't want that smoke. Do you know what I mean? And also, there's a lot of boxing politics involved here. Do you know what I mean? Because Martin Bakole, his manager's Ben Shalom, innit? And Ben Shalom, we all know, he's got a bit of beef guy now with Eddie Hearn and Frank Warren. Do you know what I mean? These two promoters, I'm talking about Eddie Hearn, Frank Warren, they don't like Ben Shalom. Do you know what I mean? They're trying to kind of squeeze him out because he's the new guy on the block. Remember Frank Warren was beefing Eddie Hearn when Eddie Hearn came out. Do you know what I mean? Like Eddie Hearn was making big moves and Frank Warren never liked him. Like them man been beefing for a couple of years. But obviously now they've united because of Turkey Al Sheikh, Riyadh season. They're making money together. They're doing business right now. Do you know what I mean? And Ben Shalom, he's that new guy that's coming in. Do you know what I mean? Trying to get into that, trying to fit into that boxing mode, whatever you call it. Like he's trying to shake the room up. And Eddie Hearn, Frank Warren, they don't like that. Do you know what I mean? And you know what they say. What's the word that they use? They say, the enemy of my enemy is my friend. Do you know what I mean? Is that what they say? The enemy of my enemy is my friend? Well, yeah, something like that. Or the enemy of my friend is my enemy. Whatever it is, you get the jig. Yeah, you get it. So Eddie Hearn, Frank Warren, they're trying to squeeze Ben Shalom out. Do you know what I mean? And Martin Bakole is the victim of that. He's the victim of all that. Do you know what I mean? He's been unfairly treated, yeah, by some of these other promoters who don't want their fighters to be going in the ring, yeah, with Martin Bakole, yeah, and they're just putting Martin Bakole to the side, and I find that totally disrespectful. How dare they treat the Congolese brother like that? Because I'm from Congo, and I'm not gonna stand for that. I'm gonna, do you know what I mean? I have to back my fellow countryman, Martin Bakole. Come on, man, what are you talking about? These guys will get smoked. Do you know what I mean? And Martin Bakole, one thing I will say, just a bit of advice for Martin Bakole. Like I know I've seen his like is his coach. I've seen his coach come out there quite a lot actually and be talking and be talking for Martin Bakole. Do you know what I mean? I've seen his coach a lot, but I haven't heard a lot from Martin Bakole. Martin Bakole's coach, Billy Nelson, he's been out there, you know, I've been seeing him on YouTube and stuff like that, doing interviews and stuff like that. And he's been saying, listen, any of them can get that smoke, you know, and he's confident that his fighter will beat all these guys. And you know what is it? Like, there's something about when a coach is talking, is that confident. It makes me think, there's something, maybe something we don't know. Do you know what I mean? Because when a coach is that confident, when he's talking about these other fighters, like maybe there's something that he knows that we don't know. Because remember, don't forget, this coach here, he's out there, he's in the training sessions. Like he's watching these sparring wars when they're happening. So he can see in it. He knows like Martin Bakole's got one up on all these heavyweights. And he knows a secret. He knows one or two things that we don't know. And I believe Billy Nelson when he talks about like, listen, my guy ain't scared of nobody and he can smoke all these heavyweights. I really believe him. And Martin Bakole is just one of these guys just being avoided. But I do want to see more for Martin Bakole in terms of his media presence. Do you know what I mean? Like, just be more out there. Like, come out there, come on YouTube. Do you know what I mean? Stop putting a bit of pressure on these fighters. Like, do you know what I mean? Start talking more. Get your personality more out there because I feel like sometimes the more noise you make, these guys can't avoid you. Do you know what I mean? Because what will happen then? Us, the public, the boxing fans, will start demanding these fights. And we're going to put the pressure on these fighters, yeah, to make it happen. That's how some fighters get fights. Do you know what I mean? Some fighters, they're just out there, they're making those on social media, they're being disrespectful, rude, they're turning up to the gyms, they're turning up out, you know, after the fight, jumping in the ring, causing mayhem. Do you know what I mean? Just being a nuisance. Eventually they're gonna be, you know what? Damn it. We can't longer, yeah, just avoid this guy. We have to take him out now. Do you know what I mean? Like you kind of like force them in a corner, yeah. You corner them, then they're gonna have to fight you. I feel like Martin Bakole needs to get his face out there more. Yeah, work on his PR, work on his communications. Like, just get out there, man. Just be a nuisance, mate. By being quiet, staying quiet, not talking too much, letting your coach go out there and do all the talking for you. Like, us, the fans, were not really relating to Martin Bakole too much when we all know he's a great fighter. He's got power on both hands. It's very awkward for the rest of these heavyweights. Do you know what I mean? I feel like Martin Bakole is one of them heavyweights where it's hard to train for this guy. He's so awkward. He's got the engine. He's too crazy rich. Power on both hands, and he can knock you out any type of shape or form. Like he'll knock you out with a screw jab. You know what I mean? With a right hand, with a jab, he can knock you out. You know what I mean? So I think that a lot of these heavyweights are looking at Martin Bakole thinking, damn, allow it. Just allow it, you know? And also, like I mentioned, boxing politics, Eddie Hearn, you know, Frank Warren, they don't like Ben Shalom. Do you know what I mean? They're trying to squeeze him out. So they're probably like freezing his fight out, like as some type of revenge tactic. Do you know? They don't want to bring him to the table. Do you know what I mean? They're kind of pissed off. They're upset with him. Something happened behind the scenes. They just don't like Ben Shalom. Do you know what I mean? They're trying to freeze my man out. And Martin Bakole, he's like collateral damage, you know what I mean? Like he's just the innocent guy who's just getting caught in a crossfire. And it shouldn't be like that. That's unfair. That's not how boxing should be. I believe boxing should be all about meritocracy. Do you know what I mean? But Martin Bakole is put in the work. He beat Jared Anderson. Do you know what I mean? That was like one of the biggest prospects in the heavyweight. Everyone was, you know, banging on about this American guy, the young guy that's up and coming, is going to give problems to everybody. Martin Bakole goes out there, demolishes him, embarrasses him, makes him look like nothing. All of a sudden, Martin Bakole becomes a victim of his own success. Do you know what I mean? Everyone looked at that performance against Jared Baby Anderson. They're like, oh, damn, whoa. We don't want none of that. Like if that's the guy, I'm not fighting him. Do you know what I mean? I feel like if he didn't have that fight with Jared Anderson, like I don't think anyone have. I think a lot of those heavyweights will take a chance of fighting Martin Bakole. But once they saw that performance, they're like, oh hell no. Too much risk, low rewards. Do you know what I mean? And a lot of these heavyweights, you look at like a Zhang, Joseph Parker, they're only positions in it. They've all kind of positioned themselves where one more fight, you know what I mean? They go like eliminators where boom, they can go for the title and all that. Like Joseph Parker, we already know that he's going to be getting a title shot against Daniel Dubois February the 22nd, Riyadh season in 2025. So Joseph Parker was never going to risk it. Zhilei Zhang, he's going to fight Kabayel now. Do you know what I mean? I feel like obviously Kabayel, yeah, thinks that Zhilei Zhang is an easier fight than Martin Bakole. And Zhilei Zhang feels like Kabayel is an easier fight than Martin Bakole. That's why these two are fighting each other. Do you know what I mean? Because if they really wanted to challenge themselves, yeah, prove to themselves that they're big boys, they are as hard as they say they are. Do you know what I mean? They will be fighting Martin Bakole, but the truth is they won't be doing that because they don't want to risk, yeah, losing their position in the rankings. That's what it's all about. Boxing politics, ranking politics, fighters are scared. Listen, it's all the above. Martin Bakole, hopefully, he gets a fight really, really soon because he's the bogeyman. He's been avoided on purpose, deliberately by these so-called big heavyweights. They're scared of the Congolese powerhouse, who is Martin Bakole. Do you know what I mean? And we can't have that. Ask the boxing fans, everyone. Me, I want to do my best, put pressure on these guys to make sure Martin Bakole, you know, gets the fight that he deserves because he's earned it. Do you know what I mean? The guy put in mad work. And stop being scared, man. Stop being little chickens, you heavyweights, and take on Martin Bakole, the scariest man in the heavyweight division right now. He's got everyone running. Do you know? But listen, I'm gonna leave it at that. Let me know what you think, my people. You know, why is Martin Bakole being avoided so much, man? And who do you think he should fight in that top 15? I'm hearing Agjaba, the Nigerian guy, you know, based in Canada or something like that. He might be fighting him. So I don't know, man. You let me know in the comments. You know, is everyone ducking him? Is Martin Bakole really that scary? Do you know what I mean? Comment below, let me know. Let's have that conversation. But once again, man, thank you so much for watching EMGM Sports. I'm your boy Enzo. Don't forget, if you're new to the channel, please like and subscribe to the video. You're really going to help the channel to grow, man. But also, big up everyone that's already subscribed. Big up everyone that likes and comments on every single video. Listen, I really appreciate you for that, man. Listen, once again, man, thank you so much. It's me, your boy Enzo. I'll be back real soon with another one. Until then, stay blessed. Peace.